and I think back to the stat that Dash
Right,
brought up that I was
Paul.
talking about earlier too.
Must win for
They only
100
won
Thieves. Oh
1
man,
out of
I'm
8 of
nervous
their
for them.
matches. They won
Right.
the first map.
MIBR on
prior to
defense,
this
100
game.
Thieves on attack.
But
We got
it's not like they won all of them. It's not like
Whoa.
they came back in all of those matches.
We rarely see this.
All right,
4
early clash as
classics.
well. It feels like wherever
4
100
classics.
Thieves want to go,
4
MIBR are
armors.
also there. It was the
and
same
some
story on
util.
Fracture. Both of these teams fighting over the
Oh my
same
goodness.
pieces of map control.
We're zooming.
Just a hard read. Adjustment.
Prius?
Free cam.
Gonna send our observers going loopy.
Yeah, backwards, forwards, but it's going to be that clash that's about to take place. You can tell.
Off the alarm
Players
bot.
stacked up alarm bot, and what is the play
Mate,
on
tell me we're not overwatching this for the whole round.
Might be to dire consequences. Indeed, it is for MIBR.
Okay, there we go.
You're telling me you don't flash off that?
It's crazy.
They just swing?
They just swing. No
Okay.
util necessary. RGL lucky to get out of his life. Still, yeah, 26 health and backing away, but the back of the side going to be gained.
This
now
flank
from
is very
getting that
fast.
flag down, all the way
That's a
forwards.
massive kill though. They have a lot of map control. They
Takes the
can kind of
fight.
keep
JZZ
safety here.
was hoping for the advantage there of timing. Bit of a surrounded attempt, but 100 Thieves making the call to reposition now towards the back of the site, all playing together. Not giving away any opportunity for MIBR to get back into this one. How weak RGL is, yeah, not favoured there.
Okay, nicely done.
With the shots from
0-1 in
Murray's,
terms of pistols.
but
2-1 though
alive
to
for 100
MIBR at the
Thieves. A
moment in
pistol
terms
round
of
win,
overall
absolutely huge for
pistols.
them.
Yeah, they lost both
See
of
how
them
they
on
approach this
Fracture, and that was part of the
rifle.
reason why that map
3 of
was
them.
So one-sided.
And then 2 people that can
MIBR
die.
came out the
1
flawless
person that
to
can buy a
begin.
rifle into the next round.
But it really does feel like a different MIBR squad. They've broken a 10-map loss streak by winning there on Fracture, and they're looking
10 map
to
loss
try and
streak.
break
Oh my god.
an 8-match winning streak for North American teams versus South American teams recently too. The NA squads have been dominant towards the end of the season, and MIBR would love to stop that. 100 Thieves need to dig deep. I mean, whatever
Well, they bought an extra. They bought an extra rifle into this.
from Mike's and the rest of the coaches, and then they need it.
So every death at the moment is kind of important.
But a good beginning.
Makes
Not
the
giving anything
bonus
away.
weaker.
Sometimes
Pressure
it goes
over
like teams
towards
when you end
A,
up playing as
and as we
cautiously
can see,
the eco round after
stack.
winning the pistol.
But that's only if you end
Dogs
up
going
into
in
the
as well
stack,
to
and you can
sell-
see they're heading the
to
opposite
sell it
direction
even
from the
more.
Trailblazer
Big question mark
towards the
created.
completely
Even a
empty
flash on
site.
top of it to see if they disrespected the dog after it's done.
Only once before.
When do
was
they start
previously
going
their
hunting?
permaban. You know, they played it in the
Does the Sky want to
previous
flash this at one
meta,
point?
but This year,
Big old question
it
mark
was their
created.
permaban, to be honest, and they didn't look great at it when they showed it last time. Both Pearl and Ascent, Sean was talking about it earlier, have been big weaknesses in this team's map pool. And now
Right, they
are
hear
in
the
a
sound.
situation where they have to avoid elimination from the playoffs on what was formerly their permaban map.
They don't
And the last
know
time
that
we
they
saw
should be
them on
going for
Pearl, they were
kills,
doing a lot
so they
of this
might just
stuff
try and
where
give them nothing.
They play slowly at the beginning, don't really explore towards mid or break any kill
They have
through
no
utilities,
idea about
just
the buy,
end
so
B.
it's like
There didn't really seem to be too much strategy to it.
might be a
Or
4-5
too much mid
down
rounding
to the
either
spike.
from Stella. So that's the area that I really want to see improvement in this half.
Yeah, the mid-rounding, just a bit of direction there. Rather than just, you know, the sole game plan of being NB, and when it fails, then you're just left with nothing. I mean, they've got plenty of footage to crawl through and look at.
Okay.
RGL Meister takes contact here, doesn't
Maybe a
optimize
few
the
more
spike,
kills than I
just
thought.
3 orbs being built up, wants to get his ult a little bit faster. The rest of them, though, will be just trying to die. So that spike denying the ult. Stella obviously going for this as well.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the Reckoning online.
Yeah.
Part of 100 Thieves' strategy
not
is
too
going to
bad.
be to load ult orbs into Stella.
Yeah, Stella going down, so he's going to have
Really
a pistol
important
into this one.
ultimate online when you see the Pearl teams playing this harbor. Because the Reckoning is just...
Do I have some idea? Not that it's like a heavy rifle, right? Not that it's this many
Yeah, some teams
rifles.
are going to prioritize
They might just
the
think it's a
Harbor, other
pistol
teams
somewhere,
prioritize the Killjoy,
something like
for
that.
example, as well, or the Sky.
Okay,
Depending on
and
what
then
their
he
team
buys
looks like
into
and what
this,
strats they want to go with,
so
but
he can't buy next round.
Stella's still
Everyone
3
else
away
can.
from his.
Everyone from MIBR can't.
There are
Call this one
there
an
is
NA
very
buy
good
just because
weaponry
all the
here,
NA teams do it.
in the bonus round, except that Stella is full invested. So they're kind of relying on Cryo getting up to the Blade Storm too. Like I said though, I'm more interested in what they look like in terms of their macro pathing, and this is interesting, new, different from 100 Thieves. They go towards B-Link, they break that Killjoy info utility early of the alarm bot.
Previous
And
pistols,
threaten a
2-1.
bit of a B presence.
They won both.
Yeah.
And now they're going to back up.
A bit akin to
Okay,
how
first big buy round. We
Wild like
take
to
a
play it
lot
at the
of B
beginning,
control.
where they
We have
end
some
up using
pressure
the
over
high tide.
towards
This time,
middle,
100 Thieves opted
and
for
that's
the
good
cascade.
info. He
They have
stays
broken that.
around.
Utility, a repeat. Not lacking any confidence, is he? JZZ. been a while since he stepped into the role, but
why did Bren say it like that?
for his team.
Everybody is grouped up here at the minute mark for 100 Thieves. They are just going to try and end B again. I do like that they pressured towards B link early, so it does give a little bit of a different flavor.
Already rotating.
Yeah, exactly. RGL's already on his way. They're booking it.
They've got the read that this is going to be
Nice kill.
ending towards that B side with Cryo getting that first pick. What's the call? Speeding it up. A dash into the back of horse here. Nanoswarm landing a bit late. That's an attempted upon it.
It's a nice hit though. It's a really good hit from 100 Thieves. That's a great sign.
All that space gained.
Yeah, it's a very nice side hit. Molly here as well. Full vision block off.
Just looking to carry the game, isn't he? Finding that early fight.
Yeah, he's popping at the moment. Nice online. No one died though. It's a great round for 100 Thieves. Money's flowing. It's a very good side hit from them. I liked it a lot.
Cryo is a
It's one of the main things that you have to have on this map. It's a good B hit. If you have that, you're going to have a good attack. And good good pressure before this as well. Good pressure on the map. Right, breaking the alarm bomb, some of the Killjoy util to actually create the pressure around the map because they could be anywhere.
Yeah. And that was partly due to how well Mibr were playing with a lot of pace. But also 100 Thieves just weren't quite there to adapt. On this map, much easier to run slow defaults where Cryo's always at the front.
Full pass and push.
If he's having a hot game, just put him in there.
Get in the orb, just planning ahead. So orb on this one. Add a def in there. That's Harbor ult for the next round.
Anything could happen.
Mibr have also made noise from at least 4 players.
Yeah, and you'd think the call now would be to just take up the space towards B, but it's a re-clearance. Oh, and this could get dangerous, couldn't it? 2 players against 4. Murray's playing wide, swinging wide. There was an attempt from Bang there. They want to try and deny this rifle being grabbed up. FRZ. I tell you, the amount of stinger kills we've seen recently. Got to start using that gun.
Okay, with that kill, they now have the ult, and it's a 3-on-3, so they could be tempted to use it. They're just going to clear middle fast. Do they want to?
They're anticipating him being the B-side anchor in the midst of all of this.
Double face.
Doesn't look like it. Maybe if they get this kill.
Oh.
Oh.
Asna's too far away to get a
Yeah,
trade
using
there.
it now.
Just don't work.
Slide off angle as well, though. Now he's being punished. There's a wrecking in his face. He can't stand in one place.
Not again.
Stella last alive.
Oh, boy.
Win for Mibr.
Oh, man.
Stealing it away.
These thrifties are killing 100.
Yeah, mate. How are they losing some of these rounds? Oh,
the mid-rounding was
Jesus.
pretty much non-existent the last time they played Pearl there, but the call to re-hit into A, into a split, when you hear 4 of them, or at least a good amount of them on the half-buy,
you know
I mean, it was nice from, like, that kill was nice. This kill was nice also, but, like,
shooting and spamming through the high tide.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I do agree. And then, even more so than just the call, the coordination between, I believe it was Bang and Derek, I think, who were going through art together. One of them running away from the fight as the other one swung in aggressively.
they're nervous. Oh, yeah, no doubt. You can feel it. I'm liking how Mibr are approaching this though in some of these buy rounds, right? Just going close over towards B, really wanting to shut down B early at this kind of choke point. At least one of these rounds. I like this from 100 Thieves though, just a straight up trade-off. They are here, Cryo is here so fast.
And put Mibr in a really odd spot. They've committed 3 bodies through here, no information.
Yeah, and they can, with this, you can work out exactly where it's come from. So they know he's down here. That's why the ping's going over towards here.
Positioning of these players. Now, I think Bang should have heard the high tide and a flash as well, cut across. He has to expect that his players.
Harbor ult goes in. That makes the gong sound as well, so you know people are in it. So definitely 100% now.
Now into Bang and well. Good trade. That is a good trade.
Yeah, the trade's decent. It's a bad plant, so they got to play on the site. Flash goes in, so they can get full map control here as well. Oh,
safe. You know, the mid isn't safe either. How do they just get back to their team to help them retake?
Yeah, especially when it's been flipped like this into heaven. Asna's close. Is there going to be a swing from anyone? Jump spot. He needs help here. Asna's got to make that call. Cryo now starting to reposition. 2 assists, but a snipe out at his feet. Not quite possible. Morris, he attempted it. Not calling, though, that the player's already pushed up, but there is cover.
Okay, nice shots there. Okay,
Okay,
perfect. 100 Thieves break their economy as well. 1-9 loss bonus after the win.
And that's really nice. Last time we saw
2 people that can't buy. But the money's okay for 3 of them. So you might see 3 rifles low buy.
And already they're demonstrating some serious differences. Sure, they've been trending towards the B side of the map still, apart from that one kind of dreadful anti-eco, but they've been putting much more heavy pressure towards B-Link. The cascade and Cryo playing through there is something that MIBR are going to have to adapt to. And this was such an
Would you coach Paper X
situation,
or would they drive
but
me
called
crazy,
it all
man? I don't know how
before,
Alex does
dealt
it.
with really
Like, I
well.
would lose my mind. Everything that shouldn't work. Like, everything that shouldn't work does work.
Emphasis placed towards
But then they lose the odd
as
rounds.
well early on.
But they win more with that playstyle, so it's like,
Stella.
you gotta let them be
Towards
free.
the reckoning. Already spoken about how important it is. No idea where that wall bangs.
So that's going through to the left
Yeah,
side if
little
somebody
spam
pushed
for
all
it,
the way up.
just in
Look,
case
right
they
there.
pushed.
Okay.
So if one of the defenders had pushed up behind the high tide and got themselves into
I'm taking notes.
that angle, I mean, don't know how often it's really going to get you value.
Very specific. Stacked up though. Couple of
Vitality
rifles
Game
in the hands of
Legion
the MIBR
final.
players,
Oh
but
man, I hope it's not a
frenzy from
blowout.
Murray's if they try and fight this one like they have been in the past. Oh, they're met. Bullets raining down on them. It's a narrow choke point.
Whoa, that's a big crunch over towards middle.
Asuna chased, flash. Seeker's reloading. He's got to get out of there. Someone needs to help him. He's been sighted.
Nice
Cryo,
shot.
Meanwhile, has he done this all the way through A main?
Recovery
a good
potential.
adaptation.
Mariz is low as well, 22. MIBR might have good timing with that
Frenzy and a
flash.
classic brought
30
into this
seconds
round,
left.
Brent. This is another
Planted.
half by situation.
Yeah,
The 100
Asuna
Thieves
gets
are
a
on the
little
wrong
bit
side
unlucky.
Yeah, I did already have, I think, 3 of the rifles heading into it though, but now it's up to Cryo.
Oh,
Low enough.
whoa.
Murs wins the
Okay, I was going to
wide
say
swing.
the spacing was
He's just trying
really
to get over
bad, but
for his
it
team
was
there.
on purpose. It was
He does the
literally just,
most.
you go find him with your
You're
low
right, it's
HP and
another,
we'll win the
like, weird
1v2.
buy situation. That's why I
He
call
found
it
him and he...
thrifty.
No, it's not a thrifty, you're right.
God.
They still have 3 rifles, but the Frenzy got a lot of work done.
Yeah.
And also, MIBR crucially making a really important read that 100 Thieves have been playing heavy around these double doors.
And that's
into
the
B-Link.
adaptation, right?
Yeah, stacking a couple of players up there. And Asuna hasn't really been using too much of his utility to take that door. They've been relying very heavily on the Cascade and MIBR not playing there. So now, you know, the next layer perhaps is to really heavily push that area with Trailblazer and flashes. But that does give away which parts of the map you're fighting for. MIBR
Money's
with 3
getting
players
low
towards
because
A
they
main
got
again, the high
instant resets. So 3
sorry,
people
the-
can't buy over here.
Flash from the sky.
One
Not
person
finding
here,
any
but the money's
information, so
so
they just
high
leave
that they can
JCC
drop. So yeah,
posted up with
massive
an
round
operator.
for both teams.
It's going to give them the freedom to
could
stack
be
these other 4
MIBR's
players
way
from
back into
MIBR
this.
anywhere else they like on the map.
It does.
Oh god, tell me they dog early.
Tower broken in mid.
So
Decent
Skydog,
MIBR.
I think it was Skydog to set out A,
think
and then we
it
had
was
flash at
utility.
middle, so they got info middle,
Bit
and
of
they
fear
set the
now
op
into
up
100
here.
Thieves and how they
And
clear
I'm
this
very
angle is
nervous
so
that they're
vital.
not gonna
They're
use the
know
dog
there's money
alley.
online for the op. Yeah, it's a quick jiggle. And they spot it out. Trailblazer as well. Pushed forwards. Dealt
They
with.
hear the dash though.
It's nice from JCC though. He keeps contesting multiple angles there, only popping his dash at the final moment. Once
Good
the Trailblazers
question
use.
created here,
On the
as we
clock.
can see 3
He's gonna get
people.
caught by the alarm
I'll keep the
ball.
question mark up until the Sky Flash goes there and erases it. Sky Flash goes in, so now they know, so now they can get the rotate on. We have a good amount of delay, maybe not the best Viper ult, gives them a bit of a path.
What calls do they want to make? They'll have to try and go for the plan here, but
Weird
anybody
round,
can pop
though.
out of one of these angles. Plan. He's going for it. Snake bite. Down. Spraying randomly. And still catching it. It's the util that gets the job done. MIBR now starting to swarm this position. The reposition from Bang. Only the one to be gained. It's a bad plan. Traded.
It's a
and it
really
is
bad plan. They
plan.
need to-
You have
they need
play
to
closer
fight
into the
now.
corner. High tide though, it's going to be blocking off that avenue, isn't it? Gets sent flying, cutting
Oh,
across.
nice
They're trying to
shots.
push
RGL's
forwards
been
with
playing
Fuse,
well.
Sticking it through. Wall gets dropped.
Okay,
Easy
not
enough
too
fight.
bad. Nicely done from MIBR. Big fan of FRZ's flash over towards here, right? As soon as the question mark was created, it was getting to like the 45-second mark, and he knew they were going to be grouping up and planning what to do. So he flashed pretty much after 5-10 seconds after they created pressure over towards A main, so then they could get the instant rotate and feel confident with it.
Very noisy and difficult. Now, I think the best call in this situation would have been to try and take out Murray's before they went for the plant. But they just felt a little rushed, a little scrambled, and went for it anyway inside their cove, where the snake bite and vulnerable ended up being devastating.
Right. Like we said, money was low on this one. They got knives though, and Cryo's been, I mean, he's 10-4. He's doing good. All goes in. Yeah, and this is the whole of the site. What do they have? They have Viper ult. They could do the good plant and the good Viper ult.
Backing away, they're giving them the plant. They have confidence. They know they've got the
Okay,
better
it's a
guns.
safe
They know
plant
they've got
and
the winning
an
in the long
alright
term. Big
Viper ult.
ultimates to really clear out this Viper's pit. 100 Thieves.
Not what I had in mind, but honestly,
Going
this
for a thrifty of their own.
is still pretty decent.
So they want to try and push this.
It's like a mushroom or something.
There's the Reckoning. And again, this is really awkward for 100 Thieves. Cryo. I mean, it's just absolutely everything in his face. Utility, Muck, the lockdown as well. Viper's pit will be falling here.
Yeah, and then his pick goes down. This is a nice way of dealing with it. The insta-touch the spike. Molly's coming out. All over towards A main. This is going to be mental. This is a classic Pearl.
Equalizing, but the fuse is being stuck and they don't have the guns for it. Cryo has to jump right through. Stuck onto half. All the way through. It's random spam. It's RNG.
Damn. Yeah, spam fest. I mean, MIBR did... Whoa. MIBR did good to block the vision of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's really what
But yeah, that was
the round comes down to is
that was classic Pearl.
100 Thieves decide to invest the Viper's pit on site and don't have an idea of how they're going to counter the Reckoning and the lockdown that come out to challenge it. The lockdown was placed in flowers, and it forced everybody on 100
They didn't even
Thieves to
plant in the
evacuate
corner.
site.
Yeah,
That's
I'm a
where,
massive,
as you
I'm a
quite rightly
big
point
fan
out,
of once you
as soon
have
as the
this
code
site
goes
and you
down
kind of know it's
RGL,
clear and you
look, they're
push
shooting with
people
classics
back.
and frenzies and a blade storm and stuff. It just
There's
doesn't do
you
enough
plant a
damage.
little bit
You need
towards
the
A
spray of
main and
those
you can do the
rifles
good Viper ult
to
towards
securely
stairs
play
where
a
you can have like the
post-map
little
like
cubby. I'm
So maybe
telling
an
you,
attempt
I
to
haven't
push
seen that ult
the
lose
team to
around.
spawn, like, towards Secret, Flowers, something like that. Coordinated. Throw them off when they're trying to set up for the lockdown, but it wasn't there. It's caused
Enough rounds on
100
defense
Thieves to use
already.
one of
It's
their
pretty,
timeouts
yeah,
now.
it's
4-4,
decent.
it's equalized.
It
was
is
a great
decent.
beginning for 100 Thieves, but MIBR have been scrambling back. It all started with that thrifty round, the eco round again. I think they're 3 out of 4 so far.
Too many, Polo.
It's been ridiculous.
Too many,
why
honestly.
MIBR have been able to pull off with the light buy situations.
This was nicely handled by MIBR though.
See a little replay of it here. And also just spamming into the Reckoning positions is so good against the Viper's pit. You don't even really need the vision that much.
What is 100 Thieves permaban? It used to be Pearl, and then they lost 3 in a row on Ascent. It might even been 4, and then they kind of changed it last 2 weeks to banning Ascent.
They're one map away from being eliminated
So
from
yeah,
playoffs.
it used to be this map.
That has got to light a fire underneath you. And it felt like Cryo had one. He was coming in here, dominating those early fights. And since then, they just haven't been able to stop the retakes.
Put a dampener on it.
Info for info.
Deep flash now, mid control.
In terms of the money again,
So the goal of this one, even
100 Thieves don't have any of it.
The operator has been spotted.
They got a better loss
Cryo not
bonus
eager to
now
take
though.
that fight again.
They didn't
They
break
hit
the
the
turret.
turret, yeah, they hit a turret, but they don't break it.
But they have actually threatened that they could be going into mid. So
Okay, this is
the
looking
use
like
of
that round
high tide is
before.
that it kind of bypasses the
Does
turret. They
MIBR
take it
feel
out
like
anyway.
that? Either
But
way,
you can
this
see
is
that
nice,
MIBR
right?
have
Dog
got
over
to draw
towards
back
A main.
way deep in their
Just
spawn to deal
full
with this kind of
full
thing.
info
The
here.
serious
Spotted
threat
all the
that
way
MIBR
down,
still
and they have
have.
op watching this, man. They can heavy rotate. Flash goes deep as well. Flash goes deep. Bang thinks he has the timing. Mate, they can 4-pass and stack this.
Chosen understands how his kill
Oh,
choice
this
setups
is a nightmare.
have been placed and where the gaps are.
And this is a really important tool now.
It's a very important round for 100 Thieves.
All there, look at it.
Look at the
Cuts across
util,
onto
it's
the
sick.
side with the lockdown.
Alarm bot's still
Fades
here.
away, no one's attained, and MIBR an option for them. Do they want to flood into this one as the plan's
Yeah,
going
the
down?
alarm bot, you get to see where
Spray kill.
where
Seekers used to try and
you know
push
when
them
you hit
back
the alarm
here,
bot
but
and it like goes
again, it's
towards
100
us,
Thieves
goes
that are
towards
feeling
someone.
the heat.
Literally
It's
got him
totally
as he was
devastating.
planting, so
It's
they
in
knew
the middle of
exactly where
nowhere.
to
They have to
spam.
make plays. They're pushing forwards, deep into the spawn. But there's so many angles to watch for. And you're gonna win out these fights. It's just not looking likely. Only Cryo's there. 15 seconds remaining. They'd have to all line up for him. On his position, round aside, try to react
That's
to
rounds,
it.
dude.
Joseph with
Assistant
4.
coach gets 4.
Massive kill. Deep at the beginning. Bringing
Huge.
down Bang, staying alive, keeping
Definitely a
the
lot of
shooter up.
spams though, I think.
He's been a
And I mean, the
phenomenal
first skill was the
super
most
sub for
important,
this
right?
team
On the
coming in
bang
to
luck.
replace Heat. He really has. The first match, he got pounded into the dust, and he hasn't let it bother him mentally. He's just come back into their next one with something more to prove. Great opener. great kill
Reprovise,
onto
we
the
don't want to see
planter
that, I'm
too.
telling you. We don't
I
want
think
it.
though 100 Thieves should have a really good idea of how Chosen's playing right now.
People aren't ready
Banger's
for the
twice
judge.
been able to lurk all the way deep down B and run into an alarm bot that triggers some
Heat
response
did a
from
tweet
Chosen.
about it, PT. It was
If
something
I was
like,
him, I'd be trying to tell
it was
the rest of 100
personal
Thieves, we need
issues,
to
I
go and
think,
break that Killjoy utility
is
on
what they
B
said.
early, so that if we return to B later on, they don't have that info.
There's already been adjustments.
I think
Look at
that's
the
right.
MIBR setup. They've got the alarm bot now deep
For
into the
Heat
back
not
of
playing.
the walls.
It's impressive, isn't it?
they're
Chosen
switching it up.
Chosen's a smokes player, or at least he was when he played Valorant a long time ago. And yet his Killjoy setups have been really solid this week.
First fight to be taken.
Yeah, like we said as well, money's not great. And 100 Thieves are struggling a little bit.
That main angle. Stun. It connects. Scrambling. 100 Thieves. They can't get anything going. Not on that
really
round.
good.
It's a half buy for 100 Thieves. The economy weaker, but we've seen those be incredibly dangerous from MBR, and they just look limp from 100
Look
Thieves.
at this.
Yeah. I'm really wondering where all that fire's gone.
I'm going to remind everyone that 100 Thieves one pistol, and it's 6-4, and the map's attack-sided.
Oh, MIBR already anticipating
You lot can,
some adjustment in terms
you lot can
of
do
play.
the rest. You lot can do the maths.
Chosen back over to the A site. So, like I was saying, I would really like 100 Thieves to go and explore
I'm
towards
just-
B early
I'm
on
just saying
so
what
that
I'm
they can
seeing.
reset and re-hit B. But if they did that right now, they'd be going into the off.
Right, gamble
Vision
at the
blocked,
beginning, though,
flash
for 100
behind it.
Thieves. There's a flash. Cryo set up onto the
This
angle.
is the first time that
rest of the team
JZZ's
now
been
leaving.
upping over towards B. This
Probably
is kind
looking
of the
to
first
put
time that
pressure
100 Thieves
into
actually been
mid.
taken a main control and left someone here. Dog goes in towards middle.
Even set up here for the ace split.
Spotted two because
They
of that.
did go for the A split
Both
once
shots.
on an anti-eco, but they didn't run into this particular Killjoy setup. It's
They
a
also
very
won the
common
bonus.
one.
Yeah. Jesus.
And you see the cascade stops the turret from getting information, but the alarm bot is still there. Nana Swarm lineup to clear out this
I really like how
area too.
MIBR are just playing the sky on the sides as well. Can
Do
just
they
get the
break
flash,
the
get the
alarm bot?
information. They can constantly stack
Moving
3
forward,
people
but
here.
looks like they want to actually commit into this one, into the ace
This has
split.
been nice from
All
100 Thieves. They
information, though, it's
don't have to
gathered,
force
and
into
MIBR
this, but it looks
extracted
like
with
they're going
3
to.
players.
Chosen with another spray spam kill from back of sight.
Yeah. Part of the course of Pearl of what we've seen a lot of the
How is he
phantom
alive?
spray downs. Not too much precision.
Sticking
up
in a
play,
molly
but
for
it still
ages.
gets the job
Skyle
done.
goes
Now
in,
Snake
all
Bite
coming
at the
over
back of
towards A.
sight. Just hoping that they can earn a kill.
That's the
Race of
spike.
goal really at hand here. White to swing into it, bangs four, and then it's all in. Giving
Holy
over
hell.
in that round. 7-4, MIBR sailing ahead with this lead, looking at
Last round
potentially
in the
again
half.
that 8-4 finish.
And this is why 100 Thieves losing Fracture was so devastating. They just don't look like they're able to get in on Pearl at all. This is now 6 rounds in a row where they've failed, fumbled, not been able to get either a plant down into a good post plant or just been retaken on.
Enemy remaining.
The flood there from MLBR looks really clean. Chosen again, doing work.
Yeah, I literally haven't
100
heard the
Thieves
crowd
need to
for
pick things
ages,
back up
right?
For a 7-5 half here.
Library.
Otherwise, that might be just them kissing their playoff chances goodbye. Potter's going to be popping a bottle of champagne at the half.
Yeah. With 100 Thieves losing, of course, EG sailed their way into the top 6, making that playoffs. That's what's decided with this series.
And they can't have thought that was likely heading into the day with how poorly MIBR have been playing recently. But it just looks like a different squad today.
Contacting all the way up here, just trying to explore for the util, but look at it, the lockdown's being committed. Close up onto the corner, a play, fast, aggressive.
They're really
Cryo.
gonna push.
Trying to make the most of it as well.
Spike
Within the
Spike goes
timings of
down
the
and they
lockdown,
have
but
to.
he's taken
Oh
out
god.
removed. It's
Okay.
4 versus
It's
4.
a good plan though,
The
right?
plan is for them, and
Okay,
it's
they
gonna come
can't.
down to this, is it? Lovely high tie cuts off these deep
Can't lose
areas.
this, maybe?
And it cuts off a
We've
lot
got
of these
vision
lineup
blocked. There is
angles
a
as well.
cove.
They
They
wanna
need
try
to
and
make
play
sure.
the util to the
Let's see
night
how
path.
late he uses the cove. So what you want to do is you want to break all the killjoy util, make sure they use all the mollies, and then save your cove and then stick. So he's done pretty good at that.
Left to do it, RGL.
He's done really good at that molly miss.
Taking fights, taking battle to the cove. It's all defended. It's all
Yeah, that was really
watched
nice,
for.
and
It's 8 to
that kind
4.
of stuff shouldn't be happening.
And there we are.
Shouldn't really be happening.
Playing spoiler, setting themselves up for the
Another
slam dunk
8-4.
finish.
Get an actual repeat, but
That
this
was
time 100
such
Thieves
a
won a
nice
pistol.
retake. The high
It's
tie
a
that you
one
pointed out,
buy
the
round,
aggression
really.
Before just getting
One
stuck,
buy v buy.
diffusing the spike. It's all good. It's all there.
Yeah, really, really nice stuff. Dangerous team, MIBR. Nothing to play for. It unleashes that upper limit of potential.
100 Thieves must be absolutely kicking
Nice shots hit by
themselves
him.
for how they're performing currently.
Yeah.
They had it all in their own hands.
Absolutely, yeah. Vansili standing by with the Portuguese streamer.
Do I like the Harbor Viper comp more? Yeah. I don't like EU's Pearl. I can't, mate. I can't watch EU teams. I can't watch the majority of EU teams play Pearl. Don't know what they're doing. It's so painful to watch. I can't watch it. It's just pure pain.
How's it been so far?
First of all, I'm sorry to all American fans because my English is not the best one, but
It's good, Chad. It's really good, is it? Crowd, isn't it good? His English is great, isn't it? Let's go.
I'm pretty happy to be here. So thanks Riot to bring me here, and then I'm pretty nervous watching this series. There's a good game and go MIBR. They say MIBR. Go Mibr.
For sure. Wait, repeat that for me?
Go Mibr.
Maybe hey.
Mibr.
Maybe hey.
That's it.
Let's talk about that game. It's a stressful game here on that first map.
It's nowhere
as a content creator,
close.
as a fan here for Brazil, but they still won this first map against 100 Thieves on their map pick. So what's your thoughts about MIBR so far?
I wasn't expecting this game because we don't have.
That was
Hitch,
incredible.
We have Chozin.
Yeah.
We have Chozin and he's smashing the game. So I'm pretty happy to see MIBR play like this. I wasn't expecting, to be honest with you guys, but pretty happy now to see this.
Well, at least now you see here on this second map that they've actually had a comeback as well. Do you think this is going to go to a 2-0 for MIBR, or are we hoping for a 3-mapper?
I think it's 2-0 to be. Unfortunately, the crowd will be pretty sad, but I think it's 2-0 and go Brazil.
I know your chat will be happy though, at least. But let's move on at least to the playoffs, right? They start next week. What are your thoughts around Loud and Furia as well?
Sky's a judge only Sky Radiant player, mad
respect.
respect.
Into the 2 out of the 3 spots.
It's my kind of player.
Yeah, I think we will play very nice with Loud team. Loud is I think is the best team. They proven it here.
Yeah.
So I'm very confident with them. Furia makes me feel a little bit nervous watching them. Some games they smash the game, some games they don't play that well, you know, they got nervous, I don't know, they have some kind of blackout in the game,
for sure.
So I don't know what to expect of them. But
awesome.
I'm pretty confident with Loud.
Yeah? Alright, we'll see how it goes. So Tuka, obrigado for your time. We're going to pass it back here to Brent and Sideshow to close out the series between these 2 teams.
Thank you very much, Vance. Yeah, that was a fun little interview, but oh man, look at the round history here in this map.
Oh god, it's
7 rounds in a row.
devastating.
Now being lost for 100 Thieves, and you got to think as well, this is where you really get tested.
Okay, they need some magic. They need a pistol.
Weighing at the back of your mind.
They need another pistol. 100 Thieves, they won it in the first half, and we were talking about how important that was, with MIBR taking both of them on Fracture. They haven't even really got JZZ online. It's been all the support players making the difference.
Playing off each other, setting each other up.
It's a good stack. 4 people here.
Position. Utility as well. Lovely nanoswarm placement. It's going to be
good amount of damage. Nice. Nice kill from Heaven.
Just aiming into the common spots, making sure that they remove
whoa.
Terry doesn't win that inside the orb. Needs to be responsible. Who knows what's happening right now? Snakebite at his feet, vulnerable up. Cryo will be falling.
Hey, why is this guy always looking down, flicking up? The first one to pick up his smoke. Why is he looking down there again? Okay, nicely done. 2 pistols. 2 pistols in this map. 2 and 2 altogether. That's actually huge for them because they need to try and get that off out to Cryo ASAP. Like, as fast as possible.
And a little bit of nervousness, I think, on the faces of the 100 Thieves players.
Yeah,
after that
I feel like they
round.
need the carry.
For them. One that they will be holding on to. Their anti-ecos have been absolutely dreadful, but surely there's no way they lose a round like this. This should be the opportunity for 100 Thieves to stabilize just a tad and start things rolling again. Give themselves a fresh start at the half.
It's necessary.
They've got everything to play for here. And MIBR, nothing to lose.
Nice.
That's a good start for Cryo. Normally you wouldn't be putting such a focus on a round like this where MIBR only have classics, but the Thrifties have just been devastating 100 Thieves' chances in this match so far.
A good plan going out here. Extra bit of money.
So, well, smoke in the face. Again, it's a random fire into those angles with the plant. Going down to this outpost plant, but huge player advantage.
All right.
Frozen is seen, and that is clean. It needed to be clean. 8-6 now. And that lifeline, it's renewed into the second half. 100 Thieves to start building it back up.
If this meta was active when Chamber was really good, do you think Harbor would be good? Nah, Chamber would destroy. Chamber would absolutely destroy Harbor.
Not yet.
Just getting splashed in the face, only getting a slow and just papping someone and then TPing away to safety. It would be the most frustrating thing. We would all look at Harbor and go, man, this is the worst agent we've ever seen. We would be like, why the hell is this in the game? He needs 5 more coves
ended up getting
Like
completely
his
outplayed.
ult should be forced. Like we would think he's the worst agent ever, because Chamber would annihilate it. Everything would get disrespected.
And 100 Thieves are setting up Cryo on a deep angle here. He's got a Phantom. Probably going to tuck himself behind this box and just wait to see if Murray's and RGL go for the clear.
Yeah.
Would you rather see EG in
All the
playoffs?
walls and smokes in his face.
The problem with EG in playoffs is like
Still got Asuna to play off at
the
some
thing that
point
makes
here
EG
too.
good for me is like a lot of prep. So the week when they had a week to prep for teams, I felt like they looked good.
Strange investment of the
When they have like
Trailblazer
one
back
day to
this
prep, like
early on.
they play a
When the
game, then they
Flash
have to play
caught
again, then
somebody,
they have to play again. I just don't think they're
Cryo
gonna
and
look
Asuna's
good.
protocol is to
So
fight there, thinking that they could be close, but
kinda
in reality, RGL
kind of
Murray's
fine
a
with
long
either of
way
them.
away. And all that's
and,
done
and
for
Demon
100
can't
Thieves
make
is
Tokyo,
first 40
right? So
seconds, they
honestly, I
pushed it
think
long
I'm
enough, they've given it
more
again.
in for 100 Thieves.
Mid-running of MIBR here is quite nice.
But in
Flying
terms
up
of
in the
what
middle
I've seen
section of the
lately,
map,
I do think EG
moving.
deserve it more.
Somebody utility.
And FRZ still has full Sky util to work with. Here's the Trailblazer, and he's got a flashback too. They can end wherever they like.
Was broken early, so tonight a bit of that extra info. Still, the Nana Swarms. Looks like this is going to be ending. 30 seconds
If
left.
we're just doing like a
Nana Swarms popped
30 seconds left.
prematurely. ever
Like
so
a
slightly,
recent
just to prevent them
bias.
from really getting into the side.
Last
Dash
month.
forwards as well. A lot of damage. Narrowly escaping that one. Plant still needs to go down here though, and it will.
Derek doesn't really have a weapon where he can wallbang, so he's going to swing instead, and
Ooh.
he catches Murray's.
All right, this one has some potential. At the moment, FRZ is very important to stay alive because they have no pressure. But he also has no idea that no one is coming behind him.
Are aware that he's there.
How much can he gets none?
Some sort of phase bang. He's taking the lead for the rest of his team. It's
Ah, he
difficult
did
though.
great. He got the 2.
Got a match for cross
Might have
fire.
done enough. Mollies are fully done.
To 2 on 2. Left of the chosen. Running
Oh man, the assistant coach though. The assistant coach silences the
Nice match
crowd.
from the Thieves. They didn't quite
Holy.
have the weaponry that they will do later on in the game, but overall the way that they played it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Don't think
Tell you
you
what
can
though,
be mad about that.
100 Thieves should be pretty happy. They did
Opens
so
them
much
to make the
damage that this
comeback.
is just a massive impact swing round.
Bonus. Be amazing, but the fact that they did that much damage, they'd be quite pleased with.
I think in particular, Derek being able to find a kill and stabilize and just slow down the rest of MIBR, that's a really important one. Derek had
Absolutely
a pretty
natural.
dreadful attack side, and now on defense is going to be asked a lot of.
Yeah, absolutely
The
natural
Killjoys
for that one.
sometimes just get
Okay,
bullied on the
massive
defense
round.
side. But Derek for the moment,
So big. Only RGL can
played
buy.
aggressively,
Everyone
used
else
his
cannot
utility
buy
well
next
to slow
round.
them down on
Stella
the
has his
pistol
ult,
and the bonus
and
there
that's
for
it.
100 Thieves.
RGL is 1 away. Did he just get the orb or is it still there? Okay, he gets the
Reckoning
orb. We have
game
double
for
harbor
RGL.
ult.
Yeah, 4 to 1. The reckoning's
It's
probably
4
gonna be
people
used
here.
on this side.
And to counter.
It's been madness.
Yeah,
It's
here
gonna
it
be
is.
pure
They're
madness.
both used at the same time.
Right, offloaded, 1 for 1. They were ready for it.
Yeah, who's
Gates
brave
it out,
enough to step
actually. Buys a bit of
inside?
time now for 100 Thieves to choose to see if they want to rotate, and they do indeed do that. Surrounding it with their players, preventing the spike from really getting planted and any sort of positioning to be gained.
Yeah, I remember
But this
watching
is what
this.
I wanted to see from 100 Thieves in the previous half, where they go B early, break a lot of the Killjoy setup.
He
and
said
they
in
go
that that he
clean
played
it B
before,
later
right?
on. They've only taken 40 seconds off the clock now. A
Whoa,
bit more down to a
gifted.
minute.
Thank you so much, dude.
MIBR
Thank you for the
still have
5 gifted.
options. They can try and go A.
PRT STY.
Not
Partsy?
really at this point.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm looking at right
Parts.
now. Yeah.
Partsty.
Sightline from the back of Flowers. He's got it
Thank you so
perfectly
much, mate.
into
Appreciate
main.
it. Chad, let's get some
Smokes
slug
off,
approves in for the
though.
gifted. Thank you, thank you.
That was an
Let me
opportunity
quickly
to be
watch the end of
granted.
this and then we'll
Nearly
read out
got a
some
fingertip.
names.
30 seconds
Almost
left.
getting the kill, but open sight again. A
Thank you very
phantom
much for the
spam
gifted,
spraying
mate.
through.
Thank you for
The
doing
post-plant
that.
positioning
Okay.
From MIBR here is actually quite good. They get the plant down. Troubled up, holding control of Ard and main. This is going to be really hard for 100 Thieves to fight back into.
Yeah,
Especially with
how
that
do they do this
ult
again?
from
Keep an
Murray.
eye on
A lot of
the
decay
Jet,
for anybody
JZZ
coming out
coming
through
in.
Flowers. There's a flank
How
going
late
on
is
here
he with
from
this
JZZ
lark?
too.
How do they opt to do it? The high tide just swings its way all the way through into Art. But you have so much to deal with. Util, spam,
Ooh.
onto it. Half onto defuse, bang, he's got it. He's made it potentially winnable. Not quite
Man.
anymore. It would take so much from Asuna.
Absolutely huge swing round goes the way of MIBR. 100 Thieves have to eco. Do they want to pick up the op? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's look over at this. Thank you so much, mate, for the 5 gifted. I'm going to say Partsy. No, mate, I can't say your name. PRT STY. I'm going to have to call you that until you tell me how to say it. Killode, welcome in. Skeptical, Lullaby, GG, Sanic _ Strafe, and Jack of all trades 07. If you're gifted, please say thank you to the name that I can't say. Where are you in chat? Let me see how I say your name. Thank you for doing the gifted.
Without barely any resistance.
Yeah.
They just had to dodge one op shot from Cryo.
It was that full over-rotation when he also committed. I mean, it felt like a B hit. It was supposed to be a B hit. That's why it felt like one.
Yeah.
Everybody was grouped up behind
It's
it.
Pirate Toasty. Okay, yeah, I remember. Dude, I feel like I've just had the deja vu of the complete struggle.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little desperate.
Thank you so much for that, mate. Thank you for doing that.
Scramble for ideas. And that can
Some things never
sometimes be
change.
the biggest problem in moments like these. When you feel the weight
Thank you
of
very much,
pressure
mate.
and the
Thank you for
burden of
doing the 5
expectation
gifted.
settle heavy upon your shoulders.
Okay, 100 Thieves
It can be
timeout.
hard for your
Oh
mind
man,
to
they
be
need
free
it.
think
And they need a miracle. They
different
kind of need to win the
solutions.
50.
That's where Michael had some input, Stellar as the IGL, I'm sure. But really, it becomes so much more difficult when your confidence gets knocked and your back's up against the wall. Compared to when you're winning and it feels like any idea works. At that point, everyone's throwing
Mike
them
seems
out.
way too calm. Yeah, I would be not calm
Yeah.
at this point.
Bit of a dampener on the
I
spirits
would not be
here.
too calm.
Thieves had the most to do to try and step up.
It's not a great
Equalize
situation.
the map, stay in the series and stay in a chance of making the playoffs.
But this is going to be a thrifty round for 100
Eco
Thieves,
goes
so
in, they
all
need to,
likelihood,
at the very
MIBR
least, do
stepping
some
up to 11
damage
rounds
so
here.
that MIBR
That
have to
is
eco at one point.
Devastating for this 100 Thieves squad.
They go pretty aggro over towards middle.
Disastrous. Then beginning for MIBR. We're used to it by now. We've seen enough weeks of play with this composition here being played.
I've got your trail.
Cascade now to Seekers, layers it up. Nothing to match it, nothing to meet it
Here.
from 100 Thieves.
Well, you're not going to be
That's
able
gonna go
to...
down easily enough. Look at that spam onto the corner. They hear the reload. This is it. Oh my goodness, it's like, get out of my way. Get me to safety.
The fight's
Massive
happening on
body
the
block.
flank here, really.
And this is important. There's still enough time into this one for there to be that danger. Snakebite doesn't connect, actually blocks them off. And Cryo, he lands a shot. The Blade Storm, he's earned them some guns.
They're going to push this into Stellar.
Yeah, this is the response from MIBR.
Can he get
Stella
one?
staying alive,
Oh,
doing as
that's
much as he
20
possibly
HP.
can. And honestly, maybe enough done with
Heals
the damage.
coming
Doesn't
in.
get the kill that he was hoping for. Seekers now
Time
pushing
on
forward.
this.
And around, it's a South Flash, Team Flash, Cryo. He's blinded up. Any presence? Gotta try and stick this one, but it's contacted up with the knives.
Yeah, you
Still,
gotta
now
trust
he's
him.
into
Does he
position
hit
to
it?
hold this ground. FRC has a stick in
Oh
choice
man,
two.
they're
He
winning
wins it.
all of the clutches,
FRC,
20 HP.
3 kills.
It's a good
That's
good
11 to
eco,
6.
but they need some rounds.
100 Thieves needed that.
Yep.
They needed it. Cryo did everything he could. The flank play was nice.
He gets the op
mid
out,
round in
and
from
this
MIBR
feels
to
like
shove
this is
into
it. This
Stellar
is the
even
last
better.
chance, really.
Enemy remaining.
How different it would have been if there was a bit of RNG there, you know? Stella's right click gets a kill.
Sure. But also just the duel towards the end. FRZ swings into Cryo, a straight up duel. FRZ wins it and it sets him up for the 1v2 Red Bull clutch. 100 Thieves have still got chances here, but it is looking rougher by the second.
Okay.
MIBR are in control today. They're just 2 rounds away from their first series win in 35 days. That upset against NRG. And Cryo.
Get out of my way.
Bang taken out early. Onto the common angle here. And again, it's that explosive increase of tempo into
A
the back
lot
of
of
the wall.
ults
When
if
he
they
gets
want
his
to put
one
it into
kill.
this. Yep,
Look at
that's
this.
one, and
The
then they have the
aggression
Viper
trapped
ult.
up into it. That's it.
Holy
No,
hell,
he hits
Jesus,
it.
he's going crazy.
Takes care of it. Locked down, sailing right over. Gotta be careful.
Viper ult
There's no detainment.
is the
Here we
good
go,
one where he can
Paris.
hide around the corner.
Just bit in their
Or is
face.
it?
Such a pivotal round. Why not invest
No.
everything?
Doesn't reach this
MIBR
corner,
winning will break
so he
the
has to
economy
play
of
somewhere
100
on the
Thieves. Will
site.
set them up for that series win to deny the playoffs. So it all comes down to it. How do you win the fight out?
Oh, that's so
Spam
unlucky.
onto the corner.
Derek
Derek
considered
misses Ever so slightly. Nanoswarm's popped off. And there it is. Not cleared. Stella waiting back and forth. Murray's.
6 chances.
With all the
Nicely
odds
handled from
coming in, 12 to
MIBR.
6.
They have
MIBR stand
Harbor
on the
ult.
brink.
6 chances for MIBR
Denying
and
the
EG
playoffs for 100 Thieves
to go through to
and
playoffs.
granting a gift to EG.
12-6. Just seems like a fated scoreline this week. We saw it in the first map as well on Fracture. Right before MIBR locked that map up.
One enemy remaining.
The EG players will be sweating at home just as much as the 100 Thieves players are on stage.
And a call is made. This is it. It's do or die. It's going to come down to this fight.
Damn, that molly's nice.
Grouped up. Flash is dodged. Maybe a bit of false information. No armor for Cryo. Forced into
Yeah,
the
they
rifle.
gotta try shut
They
down
need a
B at
pick,
one
but with
point.
that presence,
MIBR don't want anything to do with it. They had too much. Flash goes into middle. No one here.
100 Thieves have used a lot of utility there.
Rotates coming in.
But they've still
Today
got
they
the
must have
Killjoy
flashed
stuff up
this.
over towards A.
they've rotated adequately. Cryo's already going to be meeting this one, but space gained. Running their way forward. Again, the Reckoning's playing such an important role in these side hits. The Nanoswarm's popped off. Cryo wins his fight. He had no armor. He wasn't favored there. That's the first step. If they're going to be able to overcome this one, but the spam kills, that's what matters. Cryo wins another one.
Cryo's winning some duels.
Has to be denied for but a moment. The util's there. There's a flood attempt by 100 Thieves. Cryo is unleashed. He's unlocked. The rest of his team backs him up. Chosen. He's got to stand up to it. But it's already looking like Cryo returning maybe to the beginning of that form that he had at the start of Pearl.
Okay, nicely done. Sick round from Cryo. We'll count this down 6-5. Pirate, thank you so much for 300 bits. Thank you for doing that, mate.
Thieves a while to adapt on Fracture, and they really failed in the end. It feels like that's the first time where we've actually seen the adaptation.
An early timeout as well.
MIBR barreled towards the B site at the start there. Bang used both of his snake bites
Pirate, thanks for
just to
doing
keep
that,
them
mate.
back.
Thank you.
And MIBR went for the full
Nice,
pivot.
have to do that 5 more times.
Full ran it into A. And Cryo had to sprint from up B long.
There's nothing to play for. If you're MIBR, yeah, but mate, it's.
And that's what really wins them the round.
You got to remember, right?
And of course the
You got to remember, they've moved over to a different country. They play 6 out of 7 days a week. Like this is their whole life. You're not gonna not try in a game like this. You're gonna put everything into it. You're still playing for last chance qualifier. You want to have some confidence that you can actually like qualify there. Like everyone's a competitor. This is their livelihood. This is everything.
And you were talking about Cryo just then. I do feel for him. His performances week 1, 2, and 3 were really rough, and I think 100 Thieves suffered as a result. And that's part of the reason why they find themselves in this spot, to be honest, where the final game of the regular season defines whether or not they make it into playoffs. But from week 4 onwards, Cryo's been a bit of a demon. It looks like he's straight back to what we expected of him in the off-season. Comes out here. He's
Thank you for shutting that one down, Minnie.
And his team is on the verge of losing and being eliminated.
So much demanded of him.
And there will be more if 100 Thieves are to mount this comeback. There will be more.
Right, so back to 5, like we said, low buy, but only for 1.
MIBR moving forwards, grouped up, meeting them. Walls for walls, flashes for flashes. Gaining that space, and again, it's the Reckoning.
I've seen Bang use his Viper's Pit before. It always seems so ambitious. He's so far away from the action when it actually ends on either site, and pulls a map where you can just run it into one of the bomb sites. So I'm not sure he's really going to have too much impact in this.
100 Thieves stacking.
3-person on site.
Yeah.
We have a real late lark, but potentially it's not a lark, and potentially. So I like this. Like a 1-4 against the sky is always great. They flash over towards here. They think they don't get an idea of how many numbers they are, and it keeps them guessing. Flash goes in, that hits. Now what do they do? Okay, so now they're going to 2-pass and fake this.
And this is important. It's a fake attempt. Spike is nowhere near B, by the way, but they're attempting to make it feel like it is the play.
Nicely handled from Cryo. Clears a lot of this. Rotates coming in. Insane mollies. Great setup.
Ripped to shreds. Big advantage. Now the hits finally coming through. Spike making his way over here. Snakebites drop down just to get them onto it. 100 Thieves not giving him the chance.
Okay.
And I've been asking MIBR to slow the pace down on both maps, actually, to throw in a couple of rounds like that.
10 seconds
but
left.
The coordination just doesn't quite seem to be there for this squad. That round looked overcooked. The timing way off in terms of the fake attempt. And Murray's diving into the alarm bot. And
see a lot of you not believing in chat.
In fact, to the nanoswarms.
6 down to 4.
All right. So
I'm pretty sure they have to Felico now. I didn't properly check the money, but
I swear we were saying that earlier
not
this week as
Felico,
well.
but low buy. They got 2-9 loss bonus.
I'm getting some serious deja vu.
10 seconds left.
The 100 Thieves will take anything they can.
Yeah, will it be a repeat? A comeback of this fashion.
Yeah.
The chance
so this one,
getting removed, but all it takes.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not being
this
responsible for the cast. I'm not saying. You lot know. You lot understand it.
Yeah.
To such a high degree.
You cannot give anything away. Grouped up now. It's Derek holding it. He's got his util. Waiting for the hit to potentially come through. Stella. Great kill to find there. Chosen falling. Okay, JCC. Trying to reset the aim. Della.
Imagine he hit it.
Derek doing well. Safe hands, still alive as well. In a safe position here. The Trailblazer to push forwards. Doesn't anticipate it. It's a reposition.
But it's only FRZ.
Yeah. He's last alive. Snake bite. Moving him out. 3-2-1 double swing. Then he's in your face.
Holy hell.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Small amount of danger, but nowhere near as bad as some of their previous anti-ecos. So 100 Thieves, half the chances that MIBR had available to them at winning this match 2-0.
That should have been a freebie though, Josh. It was.
It was.
Okay, 6 in half.
And it's
3
also
chances
boosted the
now.
ult economy of 100 Thieves too. They've got a reckoning to stop a site.
Yeah, they got great econ, so they can buy for the whole of this. MIBR
Oh, here we go.
can't buy next round if they lose.
MIBR
They got
away
ult
from their own
advantage.
reckoning. We know how much
We
they
are
play
1
for these
away from the
orbs.
Harbor ult on this thing.
Fight towards A.
I don't think they're going to commit to this fully. This just looks like a bit of a fake.
Yeah, push them back. Gets info.
So they're going to allow RGL
Double
Meister to get
flash.
up to... Oh, RGL actually a bit scared of that. Doesn't know whether there's serious people behind it. It could have been a play to set Cryo up. So RGL doesn't want to play for that orb. Perhaps then pivoted over to B. Oh, the Trailblazer does not spot Chosen. We could see a big clash in mid.
First fight. Footsteps. Snake bite. Vulnerable.
Oh, nicely handled from Bang.
Heads up.
Intelligent.
Yeah.
You knew what to expect.
Meanwhile, though, the reswing from Murray's through B-Link.
All the way through B.
Oh,
Gets
boy.
one. It's met, it's answered, it's traded.
Small window to try
But
plant.
again, time. Pushing forward. Chases A, he's in there. Spawn, reckoning as well. All the way through. It's a lockdown. Now on his feet. Chases A, he's got to be noted here.
Oh,
He
man,
wins the
that was
fight
a
versus
nice
Stella.
shot.
On the high
Doesn't
ground,
expect to
Cryo
pass in heaven.
swings round, lands
2v3.
a shot. It's chaos. It's been
45
thrown into
seconds
the
to play
mix.
with, they can
Two
easily
players
get
are
over
standing
to
for MIBR, and they are running. It's a marathon sprint.
And
No
it's a
one's
move that
moving
we've
yet
seen
from 100
before
Thieves.
from MIBR. Heavy pressure towards B, and then go all the way back over to the A side. They know that there was Killjoy utility
30
on B.
seconds left.
That
This is going to be
probably
hard
means
because
100
when
Thieves
they
don't have
run
anyone on
back,
A, or possibly
they
one
are
offer.
so scared of
Clears out
every
Flowers. They know
single
Cryo isn't there. That's the
position
angle he's been playing before.
that they
So
kind of have
enter
to
in.
go a little
It's
bit
gonna be a
slow.
free plant.
I gotta say, this is still
Or be an
potentially
absolute
dangerous.
unit
Oh, you
together.
get MIBR with a player disadvantage because it's a long rotation. 100 Thieves. When they stack the site like that, they lose time.
Yeah, see him checking everything.
Most important factor. Doubled up for MIBR. Crossfire setup into the art position. A lot to watch for now for 100 Thieves. You have to be clean. There's so much to clear.
They don't know where MIBR are
They
at
don't
all.
have a clue. It's a flank attempt.
This is
FRZ taking risks. There's a turret to watch that one though.
bold from
Cryo
FRZ.
sticking it. It's met. They know where one of the players are.
Cryo sticking.
Cryo trusting his teammates. He's sticking all the way through. It's enough.
Oh my god, he diffused.
By sheer
I
milliseconds.
cannot believe he got that diffused. That's incredible.
Tiniest of margins.
That is probably the closest we've seen it so far. That was mental. Oh my god. I would love to see a replay from his POV.
Ridiculous. RGL. What a player he's been.
He's been superb today. Absolutely superb.
And I think he's played this so well. Most players are going to be getting off the stick there on the spike.
What more can Cryo do in this match?
Okay, 6 down to 2. Only just.
Money. One last hurrahs in the bank for MIBR, but they only need one round. 2 more chances. A gap in the cascade is common. Cryo. Operator. Wants to find a target. Anyone to break it, doesn't land it.
In between.
What an important shot or kill that might have been. Punished though, Derek.
Oh boy, okay, it's okay.
From Stella.
The rest of his team. I mean, he bailed them out last round.
He wanted to make
It's
no
only
slap.
fair that they do the same for this one.
And Derek's turnaround from the first half to the second has been nothing short of miraculous for 100 Thieves. Been one of the big things keeping them in it, along with Cryo popping off. The Killjoy setups and his fragging have all been imperative for them to keep it in this game and keep that playoff dream alive.
Both of the controller players of 100 Thieves up. Look at that. I mean, you're just cycling the wall, the high tide, rotating them both. It's a chokehold. You cannot enter the B site.
Are we just going to see the exact same thing again, where
Only this
MIBR
time-
sprint 2 players to A?
It's the only option they got, but
30
with the money
seconds
this low,
left.
Josh, they might just be opting into saving.
Yeah, they are
3 of the
saving.
players bought out fully. They need
They're
these
saving.
rifles.
Alright, what do we got into this? Cryo used his ult
JCC is going
accidentally
to
the
be
other
able to
round ago, so he doesn't
By next
have his
round.
ult.
Chosen
Don't know
could
about
drop
any of
one.
these.
But yeah, you're right.
Looking like they might have nothing.
The economy is looking rough. Bulldogs
Looking like this might be the only ult.
Mibr is by the look of things.
Yeah. Hard call, but it might be
oh my, those 6 chances have all been whittled down to one.
Yeah, he's doing it for me.
Credit to 100 Thieves. They've done enough to bounce back, but this is the most important one. Comes down to this. That last timeout for MIBR.
Big old timeout.
Room to breathe. Talk about what you want.
Cryo's on 27 to 16.
What reverberations from the crowd. You can feel it up on their feet.
But this timeout is just full of so many emotions. From the 100 Thieves camp, they're running high, but every round has the risk of plunging them into despair, as their regular season and playoff hopes will be over. And spare a moment to think of the EG players watching from wherever they are in LA. I mean, Ethan was talking about if MIBR won today, he'd do a 24-hour stream. Demon One was talking about going bold if MIBR won.
That's incredible.
Ready, plugged in to charge. This has been a ridiculous match so far, and even if 100 Thieves are able to pull it out, we go to Lotus.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's still Lotus to go.
This is just to stay alive in the series, but that final chance.
This is only step 1.
They could close it out here, or could be seeing overtime. 100 Thieves.
Right, only ult into this round.
Stepped up.
Op is here for Cryo. In terms of what we're trying to do, getting B control early.
The frags of his opposing jet. What more do you want from Cryo?
I mean, yeah, he's had a game. He's double everyone's kills.
And yet MIBR have had other players stepping up.
As in, on his own team.
The Seekers?
Okay.
Did Asuna use those in the first 10
That's
seconds? And
very
the
early.
Yeah. Trying to shove everybody into a reactive play on B.
Making them feel like they're pushing out of A. It's just...
Whoa.
Only Asuna sitting in
Trying to get info. Trying to get a lot of info here.
Play slow.
And suddenly all of that is just wasted, really, isn't it?
Wasted. And it's a scramble from 100 Thieves.
I mean, they have.
It cuts 30 seconds, if that, off the clock.
They're still getting info here.
He's laid onto it. Dog's going to be clear.
It's like the earliest A info.
Now to know where the operator is. Lurking through.
They have, however, been able to stack 3 players on B.
Yeah, 3 people here. They're running into this one.
They're ready for this.
It's a fight. It's a rumble. Vulnerable flash into the corner.
Mollies are great.
Push them away. Forces the updraft. Spam won't do it. Close to the corner.
Weird duel happening at spawn.
Pushing
Yeah, weird duel happening right here. Oh boy, that's A site kind of open. Do they expect Cryo here? Oh my god, what is everyone doing? Okay, what's the plan? What's the call? They're walking over towards B. All on bang.
Chaos.
Again.
The final round has been plunged into absolute anarchy.
Down.
Bang. To step up, to save the team. Tries to pre-fire it. Derek's there. Swinging wide. Doesn't stay alive for much longer though. He will fall. 2 versus 3. Spike planted on the angle.
Oh,
Spammed.
10 seconds.
It's noted. 10 seconds remaining. The time pressure is there. A kill on it. We'll do it all. It's held.
It's all up to this.
Stellar.
Damn, what a time. They bring it to overtime, sorry. All chances gone, chat. All of them gone. 6 of them. 6 to close it out.
Smart from Asna. What an adaptation for 100 Thieves there on the B side.
Holy hell.
Switching sides.
That crazy gambit at the beginning.
Yeah, that must have been horrible for Asuna to be watching. Going down at spawn.
Yes, it did not funnel MIBR into B, but what it did was eventually shepherd them in that direction and allow 100 Thieves to cheat their rotates and stack 3 on the site. The first line of defense fell.
Dude, so many of them, that's so funny. So many of them just in their faces, just a sigh of relief when they felt like they should have done better.
And we go to overtime.
Both Asuna and Bang.
How have 100 Thieves kept their playoff dreams
Okay.
alive?
JZZ gets his op out. Nothing else crazy.
Room to breathe, but only for a moment. Maybe a little bit of tension relieved as well out of the shoulders, but here we go. 100 Thieves attack side. Didn't look so hot.
Wow, that is crazy though. Goes aggro over towards middle. We haven't seen that.
Wants to take the fight with the
So yeah, it's pretty much the
operator
first
right
time
into
they've done that, especially within the first
Remember,
like 10
JCZ
seconds
has
of the
not
round.
been performing really on Pearl so far. He was great on Fracture when he was playing the Neon. The Jets so
And
far
then they
just hasn't been hit. If he turns
insta
up an
rotate him
OT,
over towards
it could
here.
crush 100 Thieves
And they're
all
going to be
over again.
walking into him. Oh god.
Reposition.
Dogs
Back onto the B angle.
Dogs kind of meet. Clear out here both.
You pick up the pieces. One player down as a cascade as well. This does reduce the amount of options that you can play
And
from.
he really
if you are
doesn't want
hopping.
to. He's playing this really safe. Pops
Has to
his
be diligent to clear it.
dash, but
You're
doesn't
gonna
go
have
for
banana
anything more.
swarms. Toss into the back of Halls.
Yeah, doesn't
Dash
even want to
fades.
peek through this or anything.
No chance there.
Does not
Dash
want to be the one
forwards,
to
though.
lose in this.
Cryo
How is
into
Cryo
it.
here?
Lands it with the transfer. Once more. Another bite of the apple. Denied into Halls. Asuna. Spray through. Spray down. 2 players left standing. 100 Thieves have managed to make the most of it. Reckoning.
Manages to get his
Even more
ult.
space granted to them.
Assistant coach has to go huge.
Backs all the way up, chosen almost offered one. Knows where one player is positioned. They don't have any great util for clearing out Halls here. It's just going to have to be a serious gunfight.
It's got to be racing right now.
1v3.
100 Thieves
Has a cove, but
turning the tide of this round. It was a 4v5. Already it's up to RGL. He's been monstrous. Surely he doesn't do this. Doubled up, sticking it through. Doesn't opt to use the util. Wide swing
Jesus.
bang. He lands it.
it's a bold way to go for it.
And now match point.
Imagine. Yeah.
Thieves now.
Okay, they bring it all the way back and get their first map. Only
Deep
map
breaths
though. There's still one more of
from
these.
these players.
Map point.
It was 7 in a row to close out the half, I believe, from MIBR to start on Pearl. 7 in a row now to bring 100 Thieves to map point. Poetic in some sense, but will it end this way? A pause just to increase the tension further as MIBR are desperate not to let this one slip away. They have not been able to find any answer, any response for so long.
It's 100 Thieves who have come up with the adaptations, getting a read on the style that MIBR have been playing. And now they've got to be thinking to themselves, we had a chance to close this out. 2-0. Would have been a quick end to the day. Would have made EG happy, but for 100 Thieves, confidence is back. Control of the game in
Cryo
their
gets his up
hands.
out.
And a moment to strike to bring it all the
Over
way
towards
to match 3.
B. It's where they've been having a lot of success.
MIBR start their attack round, grouped up towards B long. This is where Cryo's got his operator playing with Asuna.
Same setup here for MIBR on their attack rounds. They've been using this a lot.
And the flash finds nothing. It was inside the Viper orb.
Cryo close into the corner, spam at screens.
God, I'm so
Ducking
nervous for
down
him.
just to avoid his head maybe being hit.
Ooh.
Shot!
And he gets out.
His life stunned up.
And he gets out. That puts him on 30.
This is what they were hoping for.
That puts him on the big 3-0.
You're cutting them out.
31.
Cryo.
32.
Will he make it far?
That's so sick. That was so sick. What a way to close it out. Sick, man.
What a phenomenal way to end the map. Just an unreal performance from this young star. A rocky
Damn.
road to start the season.
Lotus.
And pushed to the
Now they just got to win Lotus.
They've recovered a 12-6 deficit. with
Mate,
a
I
Cryo
can't even
ace
imagine how
towards
the
end.
EG guys are
He
watching
dropped, I
this.
think it
That
was like
that must have
three
been
ACS
the most painful thing for the EG watching this. Not that it's done fully, but
performance to
6
drag
chances
his
to
team
close it out.
away from the edge of a cliff and give him another shot, another map.
Com is streaming. Oh
where
man,
they
it must
might
be.
able to make
He must
it
be going
still
through
to
it.
playoffs.
Space_OMG 6 months in the Slug Club with the Prime. Thank you for all the support, mate. Appreciate that.
Our final
Thanks for using your
match
Prime on me.
of the regular split with so much to play for.
How
How have we
What
seen
that was
this similar story
fun.
play out?
We've had so many fun maps today.
I don't know, something
We've
about
been
this
a
week of
little
matches
bit
is
blessed.
bringing out the best of every single opponent, every single team. And Cryo with his finish. He stepped up the whole map, putting the team on his back. What a way to finalize it.
How many seconds did he have on that defuse? No idea. It was so